Hey guys, welcome to another Let's Play. I can't seem to stop, but it's the month of May, and you know what else starts with M? Metroid 4. Also known as the second best Metroid game of all time, Metroid Fusion. It's good stuff, let the music seep in and spook you. Cause this game is good. Not quite Super Metroid good, but it's the next best thing. Let's do it. I'm gonna skip the little intro because it basically does it again here anyway. Good music, too. I'd been assigned to watch over Biologics' research team, so I once again found myself on the surface of SR-388. Home of the Metroids. With Advanced Wars soldiers. No, that's what they look like, though. Like black hole units from Advanced Wars 2. It was there that I was attacked by a life form I had never encountered before. It was only later that I learned the identity of my attacker, the parasitic organism we now know as X. Unaware of my condition, I was returning to the station when disaster struck. Oh no! Once the X had infested my central nervous system, I lost consciousness and my ship drifted into an asteroid belt. We're heading into the asteroids! Quit thinking around, Slip! Although you don't get the sound effect this time. It plays this exact scene. That part of it, anyway. Who the heck? The ship's emergency systems automatically ejected the escape pod before impact. Biologics vessel recovered it and transported me to Galactic Federation HQ. However, during the journey, someone put honey all over my suit, corrupting large areas of my powers. It looks like honey, I don't know. It then came to light that the organic components of my power suit had become so integrated with my system that it could not be removed while I was unconscious. Large portions of my suit had to be surgically removed, dramatically altering my physical appearance. However, the X in my central nervous system were too embedded to be removed safely. I was given a minimal chance of survival. Then, someone found a cure. They proposed using a Metroid cell to make an anti-X vaccine. It seems that the Federation had managed to preserve a cell culture from the last infant Metroid from SR-388. The serum was prepared and injected without delay. The X parasites were immediately and completely destroyed. As for me, one life ended, yet I survived, reborn as something different. Yeah, she's part Metroid now, that's so cool! Pondering this fact, I realize I owe the Metroid hatchling my life twice over. We'll soon be arriving at the B.S.L. research station. I must prepare for docking. The ship's computer has notified me of our approach to the Biologic Space Labs, or B.S.L. research station. During my surgery, the research team sent the last batch of creatures we captured there, as well as the infected pieces of my power suit. After regaining consciousness, I learned that an unexplained explosion rocked the station. For some reason, this awoke a nameless fear in my heart, and now I am being sent there to investigate. My mission on the B.S.L. station will be overseen by my new ship's computer. Following the commands of this blunt, computerized CO is something I have to bear, as it was a condition of my taking the ship. For someone who dislikes taking orders, this is the second time I've found myself having to do so. It makes me recall my other CO. Now we get to play a great 2D Metroid game. I can't wait! I love this game so much. It gets a lot of hate too, and I don't understand. I think the whole gaming community needs a double back slap. One to the left and one to the right. Forehand and backhand, and a nice shut up. Because you don't know a good game if you haven't played it. And Metroid Fusion is good. It does have its flaws, like I said, it's not Super Metroid. But there's been an explosion in the quarantine bay. The bay currently stores capsules containing samples from SR-388. The cause of the explosion is as yet unclear. Investigate the quarantine bay. Move quickly and quietly. We're still unable to use your latent abilities. Don't forget it, Samus. We gotta go to the navigation rooms. Yeah, that's the thing with this game. You gotta check in with the computer like every 2 seconds. Well, not every 2 seconds. In the beginning, yeah. But, it kind of lightens up a little bit. This game doesn't control quite like Super Metroid either, which takes a little bit of getting used to. This is a couple attempts of trying to record this, actually. I really was playing terribly at first. But I've been watching some videos and segments. Let's see, here's an example. Trapped in another navigation room, gotta check in. The quarantine bay is ahead. Vital signs are confirmed, be careful. Yeah, kind of unnecessary, but I guess it makes sense. Brand new game, assuming you've never played it before. It's just telling you and showing you the map where you gotta go to get things started. But like I said, it does lessen a little bit, but this is all storytelling. That's the one thing about this game. We've got a creature we saw in a cutscene. Kill him and what the heck is that? Run away. We know what that did to us before. But yeah, unlike Super Metroid, this game kind of follows a script, and it's all based on events that the navigation rooms trigger. And it kind of messes up speedrunning it and stuff, which I think is a major complaint people have. This is unfortunate news. The specimens brought by the field team were infected by X parasites. The X can mimic its prey. Before the explosion, a security sensor scanned one. The gelatinous X invade and rapidly reproduce, killing the host creature. They also absorb DNA and use it to mimic the host. You were almost killed by an X. Only the Metroid vaccine saved your life. Yeah, Metroids were the predators of these guys. You will never be infected by X again. In fact, you can now absorb only any free-floating X parasite. Yep, and that's how you restore health and weapons in this game. We must keep the X out of the breeding environments at all costs. This is vital, Samus. I'm already detecting massive biosigns. Sorry, I'm kind of skipping the dialogue a little bit. But yeah, we're at 10% battle capacity. And now the computer has opened the level 0 hatches. Let's do it. Yeah, see, that's a great example. Is this whole station is being controlled by the computer, which is kind of spooky. It's almost Mother Brain-esque. What's in here? Oh, this is just a save station. No, this is the way we gotta go. I forgot it led to the next part. Yeah, now we go up. Look at that. That's for later, you can tell. But yeah, this takes a lot of elements from Super Metroid. Man, I'm tired of checking in with you already, cheese. I'm telling you, it gets less, though. They can support you with downloadable weapons data. So, missiles are next. Head to the data room. Yeah, that's the thing. This place, as you can see on the top left there, has 6 sectors. Each sector has a navigation room, a save station, and a recharge room, and also somewhere deep within a data room. And the data room is how you download your latent abilities. This first one is missiles. That computer reminds me of a gruff Federation CO I served under the name Adam Malkovich. He called me Lady on missions. From anyone else it would have sounded sarcastic, but Adam made it sound dignified. Out of respect and with some irony, I named the computer after him. Yeah, so we get some backstory about Samus here that's a little bit better than Other M. Maybe because there's no voice acting? I don't know. Please don't make me check in at this one. Okay, good. See, a good example of you. So not every time do you have to check in with the computer. Love that jingle, though. So yeah, we got missiles. Hold R and press B. This is the Game Boy Advance. You only have 4 buttons, excluding start and select. Electrical interference has knocked out the elevators on the main deck. This may be related to the X. I'll work on it. As for you, try to find another way to the target. Yeah. What could it be? A Chorizo statue? I just love the atmosphere this game sets. It's spooky the whole way. So we launch our new missiles at that. Yeah. It may not control exactly like Super Metroid, but it has very, very similar mechanics. It's just kind of adapted for the Game Boy Advance. So it takes a little bit of getting used to, but if you play Super Metroid a lot, you're pretty much good. So here's our first missile expansion, and there's another one right here, too. I am going to be going for 100%. I have been watching Shadow Mario's 100% walkthrough, and also a few speedruns here and there. I think I saw a 100% tutorial from Hercules Bench Press, and C. Scotty W., the world record holder for like every category of this game. But yeah, I haven't personally played this game since like 2002. So... yeah, there we go. Got some good wall jumping. The wall jumping's a little bit different in this game. Also, first hidden power-up that's easy to miss. Shoot 2 missiles up here and go. Second energy tank. It's a pain in the neck to try to backtrack for this later. But that's the one thing about this game. I find it... you don't have an X-ray visor like Super Metroid. But here we go. This is like the Chorizo statue of this game. So the X forms some kind of a bad guy. They basically revive a past life form. And then once you take that out, you get these weird X parasites that are all mutated. And you gotta break down the shield and absorb the X. Morph ball ability recovered. There we go. So yeah, just like the computer told us, perhaps absorbing certain X parasites could restore some of our latent abilities, and that's a perfect example. That's basically the whole mechanic of this game. Is you've got your basic baby X parasites that are health regeneration or ammo. But then you've got these big ones that are usually a boss or a mini-boss fight, and that's how you get your abilities. Unlike typical Metroid games where you find a Chozo statue that is just holding the ability there. So save stations, I'm going to be ignoring them because I'm definitely going to be recording this in segments, trying to play a little bit better. So I might, like let's say part 2, the next time I save the game, I might actually end up playing and recording that like 5 times before I'm happy with it. Alright, computer, make me a milkshake. Samus, it says here, the breeding environments have been invaded by X-parasites. Sector 1 shows several biosigns. Sector 1 is an SR-388 simulation, basically. Yeah, this music is so good! I'll let you kind of just read along. Because I'm not certain... actually, I think... oh, there's a missile upgrade in here. You can get this later on, because just like Super Metroid, there's a part of the game that I usually call the Great Item Loop. I think speedrunners in this game refer to it as cleanup. But it's a thing that I really have to study and learn when I get to that point, because what I've been trying to say is the map of this game is very confusing to me. Creepy scene number 1. Actually, I wouldn't even say... I think we've had some creepy scenes already. That's just so awesome. This is a great example of 2D storytelling without dialogue. What Super Metroid was phenomenal at, and this game takes after too. I love it. So now you know there's a fully powered Samus with every ability walking around hunting you somewhere in this facility. Plus, you're part Metroid now, so just like Metroids, you're weak to ice. And a fully powered Samus has an ice beam. Is this where we learn about it? I don't think so. I think we're still oblivious to what's... that's just kind of for the player to know and be spooked out by. The main elevator has been severely damaged. It will totally be unusable. Some unknown agent is at work, something very powerful, certainly not human. The X in Sector 1 have invaded the atmospheric stabilizers. They must want to alter the environment to their needs. They are already reproducing. Clear all 5 atmospheric stabilizers to stop them. Yeah, let's do it. Get moving. Yeah, let's do it. We're probably only a little bit more than 10 minutes into this. So here we are, Sector 1, first of 6, but we're gonna... it's not like you visit these places once, it's just like any Metroid game. There's some backtracking. Out of my way! Whoa, what the heck is that? Just run away. Yeah, the green X-parasites restore missiles. So this is kind of very Brinstar-esque. 3 missiles. Or maybe it's only 2. That clears the atmospheric stabilizer. Come on, door, open up. Is this the room? There's an energy tank in here. Yes, there is. Just right down here. Oh, that guy's gonna be blocking my exit, though. Ah. It's weird, I keep holding R to angle up. Because isn't that what angles up in Super Metroid, or is it L? But in this game, holding R just activates missile mode, and L is the only thing that angles. And I think it defaults to angling up, so I don't know, I gotta get used to it a little bit. I am using a Super Nintendo controller, get up there. Okay, good. Yeah, Crumble Blocks, if you're quick enough, you can bounce right back from falling underneath them or whatever. So we already have 3 energy tanks. This game is a little bit forgiving with the energy tanks because some of the enemies do a lot of damage. I think missiles can destroy these guys, but they're clearly armor-plated in the front. Ah, yes. Space pirates. But not really. Everything is basically just a mimic, really, of a former life. So we'll grab this missile now. We don't have to, but, I mean, it lets you with this crawl thing. Why didn't you grab it? Get up there! Get out of the water! Okay. Well, that was a little crazy. But yeah, technically, the faster way of doing it is to just ignore that missile expansion and get it during cleanup. This kind of reminds me of one of the first shafts of Super Metroid. You just fall down the right side. Beep-boop. Beep-boop. This is very Brinstar-esque. I think I just said that, though. Oh, come on, don't be blocking it with your little thing. 2 units still malfunctioning. Well, let's go get them. Yeah, I just really like 2D Metroids way better than 3D Metroids. Super Metroid is hands down the best. Some people say it's overrated, but I don't know, man. I think it's widely loved with reason. One to go, and that actually opens the door to another missile expansion, which, once again, speedrunners apparently grab during cleanup, but why not grab it right now? It's an easy room, it's just in here. You can see on the minimap, it's a big circle. Whenever you see that, you know there's an item, and then once you pick it up, it becomes a dot on the map. However, that's still not enough, because notice how all the things in the minimap on the top right there are pink. The majority of the rooms in this game are not pink. They're green and they're hidden and no mapping data exists. I mean, the computer downloads the map for you when you first enter a sector, but it doesn't cover all the green area that's secret. And I mean, I guess Super Metroid at one point was the same way. Every Metroid game, you have to learn it first. And then once you know where everything is, you get faster and faster at it and it becomes this amazing speedrun experience. Although this game, as I've already said, is a little bit different because it's very dialogue heavy and therefore kind of slows down things, like unlike how Super Metroid is just play it however you want. Oh, this room, there's 2 really tough pickups during cleanup that we gotta come back to. I hate these doors, man. Sometimes they shoot things at you and it's very random too. Sometimes you can get really bad luck and they do it like 4 times in a row. Oh, come on! I can't wait to get better missiles. There we go. I just absorbed a red X-Parasite. That basically restores all health and ammo, or a decent chunk. And there we go, there's a fake Chozo statue. They're even mimicking those. And this is our first example of a huge X-Parasite. I don't forget what they call them, a Core X or something? But anytime you see one of these, it usually means you're gonna get a new beam. And in this case, we get Charge Beam. Charge Beam in this game is incredibly powerful, especially when you get some other beams later on. Unlike Super Metroid, you can't turn on and off beams. I don't think. You can. There's a Samus menu, just like when you pause the game and press R to switch to the Samus menu. Oh, there's another hidden power-up in here. I mean, it's kind of a dead giveaway. Shoot some missiles. Oh, did I have to shoot one more? Alright. This is another one they come to later on, I think, because just like in Super Metroid, you get power bombs at some point, and the fastest way to get through this room is to just lay a power bomb super quick and rush to the missile and get out. Plus, you'll have gravity suit by then, and that water won't impede your speed. Last stabilizer, let's do it! Alright. Brinstar is restored. It's not Brinstar. It's supposed to be SR388 from Metroid 2. I have to play that game. I claim that this is the best 2D, second best 2D Metroid. Wow, speaking much. But I have not played Samus Returns yet. A save station? Not really. Check this out. So you can see this is how the wall jumping works in this game. No matter what, it sends you pretty far to the next side of the wall. Unlike in Super Metroid where you can stick to one wall and just keep on mashing the direction and the jump button and just climb up one wall. This one, it forces Samus to the other side. Like, you could press the other direction to try to get back to the same wall, but it's not going to do anything. So that's one example of how the movement mechanics are slightly different and take a little bit of getting used to. Plus the whole L and R difference, too. Also, bomb jumping is completely nerfed in this game. You can't bomb jump. You can do, like, a bomb... I forget what a morph ball bomb jump? Or something where it's like you place one at the apex of a morph ball jump, and then you time your second jump so that that bomb explodes and propels you just a slight amount. But it's impossible to bomb jump infinitely like you could in most Metroid games in this one, which is another problem with speedrunning, I guess. Atmospheric stabilizers online, but many X have already made it to other sectors, in particular Sector 2, Tro, the tropical habitat. Our unseen saboteur. Alright, on to Sector 2 already. So yeah, Sector 1 was just a brief kind of getting used to things. Very similar to Brinstar, once again. Does Samus have a monologue? Yes. As I listened to the briefing, my thoughts turned to Adam. The real Adam understood me well. He would end orders by saying, "Any objections, lady?" He knew I wouldn't disagree. That was just his way of noting our trust. I wonder if I can trust this computer too. Yeah. This game's in-game timer behaves a little bit differently than Super Metroid as well, in that it does include, the time still keeps on ticking while you're collecting items. The only time it doesn't is like when you're talking to Adam or Samus is having a monologue to herself. That's what a monologue is, you dope. And the pause screen and stuff. And going through doors, all that's kind of retained. Look at how tiny this place is, but not really. Samus is the next mimicking you! I believe the SAX came from the capsule containing your infected suit parts. It used a power bomb to escape the quarantine bay. That explosion breached the capsules containing all the X that started this disaster. But the SAX is definitely our biggest worry right now. It's mimicking you at full power. You can't face it. Just run. You are still very vulnerable to cold, a side effect of the Metroid vaccine. Like Metroids, you can be frozen by an ice beam. The SAX, of course, has it. Just run. Anyway, HQ has sent the bomb data to Sector 2's data room. We gotta unleash the level 1 hatch, but per safety protocols, it's not marked on the map. You'll have to find the level 1 hatch yourself. Alright, so that's our next objective. Unlock the level 1 hatches, and then go collect the bomb data in the data room. But that sounds like a thing for next time, so thanks a lot for watching, you guys. Hope you stick around, and I'll see you then.